All right, man. Welcome back, or welcome to the first time on my YouTube channel, man. I haven't been on this in like I want to say about a good year and some change, year and a half probably, right? You probably see now I have the beard grown out now. I look a little bit more trim, right? A lot of things have changed since the past year and a half. Man, I'm looking forward to just going through this journey with you. Just to give you a little heads up of what's going on. All these videos are going to be uncut. I am doing 180 days with one of my teammates on my team, and we're doing 180 days of just videos, just raw, uncut videos where I'm just talking to you one on one. The goal is to just give you this one lesson, right? Just one lesson, one mistake we're making as men, one frustration that we all have, right? Going through the mistake that we're probably making, and then from there, just helping you get a solution so that you can just learn from these videos step by step, right? That is the goal. I want you to grow by watching each of these videos and having just a simple, structured solution that you can apply right away. All right. And again, it should feel like as though I'm just talking to you one on one because I am, right? It's just me and you right here, raw mistakes, raw edits, me, talking fast, me talking slow, me even just trying to figure it out right now while I'm talking to you, right? Because again, I want us to feel like we're just having a conversation, okay? Because that's the goal. Now, don't forget, please subscribe. Subscribing helps me to get this message out, not only to you, but to more men just like me and you as well. We want to spread the message. So subscribe right now if you're watching this. All right. Now, today, I want to talk about, just a message of setting boundaries that isn't just pushing her away, right? We don't want to push our woman away. That is not the goal of a boundary. If your goal is to only push her away or it's only pushing her away, you're probably not setting a boundary correctly, right? Because the point of a boundary is that you want to protect what matters the most to you, which is that healthy, respectful dynamic that you're looking for, right? And you have to be able to not only push or keep the bad out, we want to allow the good in as well. That is the point of a boundary and it has to serve those both purposes. Okay? So let's go through some pain points real quick about how we as men, and what we go through, right? So have you ever had that experience, right, where you tried to speak up before and every time you try to speak up, you have that pushback, right? That fight. And what's worse is that you may have that silence and you're just like they're like, man, why does this keep on happening? Why does this always have to resort to a fight? I'll be honest with you right now, I'm going through that right now as we speak with my woman right now. But I'm gonna show you how we handle it, right? So it's like you figure this out in your head, like, why can't we just have a normal conversation? Why can't I just come and just talk to you and bring up what I have to say and everything just goes through smoothly, right? Especially after all we do as responsible men, right? We put in a lot of hours into our business and into our purpose, into our vision, and we're just like, yo, man, I just want some simple peace, right? So the frustration that we have now is that we are now even more, I would say, lack of a better word, scared, right? Scared or fearful now to even speak up because the last couple of times, that we have been doing this, it turns into this issue, turns into this argument, and now we're going back and forth, right? So it's at a point now, it's like, even if I set the firm boundary, even if I do, give her what I'm trying to say or I'm trying to talk to her, right? She still pulls away and she leaves, right? She's distant, or she fires back, right? So you just keep saying to yourself, you know what? I'm gonna keep tolerating this until you completely burn out, which you probably are right now. You're burnt out, right? Because it's like you keep tolerating it. It's like, do I tolerate it? Or do I speak up? And most of the time, we just tolerate it until we blow, right? Which is the mistake that we have, right? What happens is that we don't set the boundary at all, or we try to set it, but once we set it, we wait until we suppress that emotion all the way through until we have that this boom, and she does something so minuscule, something so small, right? But then we blow up, and she's like, "Yo, where's all this coming from?" But it's because you suppressed it so much now that you blow, and now you're the bad guy. And what's worse, nothing is getting solved. You're not being respected. You're not getting that appreciation for your efforts. You're going through and handling your responsibilities as a man. You're putting in all that effort, and it's like, damn. It's like, come on. It's like now I blow up now, and I'm like, I'm not trying to be the bad guy here, but like I have a lot on my shoulders. I'm doing all this, handling all this for you, and can you please just see me? Can you please just understand, right? I feel it, man. Like, man, I feel it to the highest extent. And this is why I'm talking to you, man, because I really want you to understand that we do have the power to fix it, right? Although we would ideally want her to just get it right away, we as men are the leaders. We as men are the ones that provide direction. And direction is not just by this our words, but it's also by what we do and how we handle things, right? So here is your solution. It's gonna be very simple, right? The solution that I want you to really understand is the power of I statements, right? We hear this all the time from like therapy and different, channels, but I want you to understand the power of why I statements are important and why it's probably the bread and butter of most of my strategies when it comes to setting boundaries clearly and getting through and getting that respect and appreciation that you want. All right. So the first thing you want to do is you always want to set a boundary up front, right? Don't wait until you burnt out. But the problem you probably have right now is I don't know how to go about it, right? I don't know how to say it properly. So you want to use I statements because I statements pushes it away from you trying to blame her and more about what you're just saying and what you need. Where are it's about you because you can't control her. I don't know anybody in this world who can control anybody. You can't control her. But what you can do is you can state what you desire, what you need, right? By using I statements. All right. So, for example, let's say she's talking to you, right, and she's disrespecting you, and she's saying something that you don't like. Instead of saying, "Hey, you're always disrespecting me," or "You always doing that," right? Do you see how that's pushing towards her and leaving you out of control? Instead, just focus on the I. Listen, I won't stay in this conversation. I won't stay in this conversation, where I'm being yelled at. Heavy on the I. I won't stay here if we keep on having if we keep on having this yelling match. I won't keep doing, right? Do you see how the I statement shifts and puts you back into power, right? She can continue yelling if she wants to, and we'll tackle that later on. We'll handle that back and forth and respect later on. But we can't handle it right now while she's in an emotional state. Yeah. So we want to just use the I statement to say, hey, this is what I'm gonna do, right? And hey, if it keeps on happening, I'll step away. I'll step away and come back when we can speak with respect. So this is simply just letting her know. Just letting her know that hey, she still has the freedom to choose. Even if it's the negative choice where she's yelling or screaming or shouting, she has the freedom to choose to yell and scream, right? Because it's her mind, her body, her choices, right? She can do that if she wants to. But you have the power to choose and say, hey, I won't still be here for that, right? It isn't your responsibility to sit around and tolerate her emotional reactions or tolerate her emotional outbursts. That is not your place. And this is why you have so much power. You always had the power, but you felt as though you got to stay in there and you have to go back and forth or over explain and go, no, 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 no. I want you to simply just use I statements. I will be doing this. Listen, I understand you want to yell and scream. I'm letting you know I don't tolerate that. I don't like that. If it keeps on happening again, I am going to remove myself from this conversation until you are ready to have a conversation with us through respect. Because again, a boundary, like we said, we want it to be able to allow the good in and keep the bad out, right? It's me saying I will be here once you're ready to talk respect is allowing the good back in. I'm giving her a way back in. Does that make sense? Man, I hope this video was good, man. It's my first video back, and I'm looking forward to doing these every single day. To me, it's just a conversation with me and you having a talk. And again, if you have any questions, let me know. Also, more importantly, too, as well, you guys know I do have my boundaries coaching program where I go through all of my 5 steps and give you a clean structure on how to navigate boundaries properly, walking side by side with me. It's a proven structure. I promise you it's going to work for you if you come and you commit to the work. And I will walk you, I'll guarantee you will see results. If you're looking for that kind of coaching, you're looking for me to walk with you side by side, go to the link below and book a call with me directly, and let's talk about your options and working with me. All right, man? That's calm, brother.